Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Tori. It's Monday, October 12th, 2020. And we begin with a holiday that might soon get booted off the calendar altogether. In the United States, today is Columbus Day in honor of Christopher Columbus, the explorer who mistakenly got credit for discovering America. As it turns out, most historians give credit to Leif Erikson, whose Viking fleet may have beat Columbus to our shores by 500 years. What's more, many of those who were here before Columbus weren't treated well after his arrival. And that's why 4 states and more than a dozen cities have decided to scrap celebrations in his name and mark Indigenous Peoples Day instead. President Trump is resuming public appearances after his COVID diagnosis. He's scheduled to be at a campaign event in Florida today, then Iowa and Pennsylvania later this week. Last night in a phone call, the president told his supporters that he's tested totally negative for the virus. As of this recording, his personal physician has only said the president's no longer considered contagious. Meanwhile, the scheduled presidential debate that was supposed to happen on Thursday has been definitively canceled. Instead, former Vice President Joe Biden will take part in a televised town hall meeting in Philadelphia. As for COVID cases around the country, Johns Hopkins University reports the numbers are going up, with 9 states setting a record for new cases last week. Dr. Deborah Birx of the White House Coronavirus Task Force said it's important for all of us to not let our guard down. In sports news, the Los Angeles Lakers are NBA champions again. They defeated the Miami Heat in 6 games for a record-tying 17th title. It was star LeBron James' 4th championship, but his first with the Lakers. And in tennis, Rafael Nadal crushed Novak Djokovic in the French Open final to win his 13th title there and his 20th Grand Slam, tying him with Roger Federer. Imagine getting driven around in a car without a driver. The company Waymo, which is owned by Google's parent company Alphabet, has announced it will soon offer its fully driverless Robo-Taxis to the general public in Phoenix, Arizona. For the last year, 1,500 people had taken part in a test program of the ride-hailing service. But in the coming weeks, more people will have the opportunity to sign up through the app and then hail a ride in one of the company's 300 automated minivans. These vehicles can operate in a 50-square-mile area, and while prices haven't been disclosed, in a demo last year, a 10-minute ride cost about $8.50. The United Nations International Day of the Girl offered some amazing opportunities for kids all over the world. The theme of yesterday's campaign was My Voice, Our Equal Future. And as part of the program, in the last week, girls were allowed to take top government jobs in Kenya, Peru, Sudan, Vietnam, and Finland. That's where 16-year-old Ava Murto stepped into the shoes of Prime Minister Sanna Marin on Wednesday. The teen, who actively campaigns on climate and human rights issues, gave a speech on gender equality, held a press conference, and had a one-on-one chat with Ms. Marin, who at 34 years old is the youngest prime minister in the world. Want to up your Zoom background game? Japan is one step ahead. A theme park west of Tokyo is offering its citizens a very cool change of scenery for those working and learning remotely. Yomiuri Land's $18 Amusement Workation Day Pass includes a poolside workspace and even the option to spend an hour working in the Wi-Fi-equipped Ferris wheel. As an after-school, after-work bonus, guests can buy access to the park's other attractions, such as the Haunted Mansion, Botanical Gardens, and roller coasters. The Workation Special is an effort to increase tourism, which has taken a beating because of the pandemic. Now, the KidNuz quiz. What holiday is now controversial? Columbus Day. Which U.S. city is rolling out driverless robo-taxis? Phoenix, Arizona. What's the cost of an amusement park Workation Day Pass in Japan? About $18. What is Dr. Birx saying about the coronavirus right now? it's important for us to not let our guard down. In One for the Road, we mentioned on our Friday podcast that the Nobel Peace Prize was going to be announced that morning, and the winner was the World Food Program. The group is based in Rome, Italy, and was established in 1961 at the request of U.S. President Dwight Eisenhower to fight hunger all over the world. It's assisted in multiple crises and has continued to help provide food even during this pandemic. The award comes with just over $1 million and renewed attention to this worldwide problem. The Nobel Prize for Economics is being announced this morning. Before we go, here's Kim with today's Kid News shout-outs.
Thanks, Tori. Today, say a big Kid News hello to Mrs. Calabria's class at Parkview Elementary School in New London, Wisconsin, and Mrs. Petrock and her students at Prattville High School in Prattville, Alabama. And our Kid News birthday shout-outs go to Murray in Huntsville, Alabama, James in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Audrey in Salt Lake City, Utah, Elena in Sunman, Indiana, in California, Fizan in Simi Valley, Carrie in Redwood City, and George in San Diego, Asher in Everett, Washington, Terry in Fort Pierce, Florida, Aris in Cincinnati, Ohio, in Texas, Patrick in Dallas and Jack in Austin, Alexander in Minden, Louisiana, Oakley in Asan, South Korea, Cade in Marietta, Georgia, in Colorado, Micah in Colorado Springs and Reagan in Thornton, Keegan in Niles, Michigan, Ollie in Sag Harbor, New York, and in Illinois, Jane in Chicago and Madeline in Evanston. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we hope you tune in for more Kid News tomorrow morning.